Welcome to the podcast of School Beyond Limitations. In this podcast, you will learn how to guide your child through their school life with the intention to help them find their unique essence that will allow your daughter, your son to live a fulfilled and meaningful life. Artificial intelligence, is it a possibility or a curse? My name is Dr. Martina. I'm the co-founder, CEO and developer of the school model of School Beyond Limitations. If you would like your child to live a fulfilled and meaningful life, then this may be the channel for you. Well, artificial intelligence, is it a blessing or is it a curse? I think it really depends on how we view it and how we know and what we know about it. We need to be very clear about any innovation that first and foremost we need to educate ourselves about it. And I think especially as adult people and as people who are educators or parents or teachers, we need to be aware what these artificial intelligence tools actually bring to the table. So certainly there are lots of blessings. The blessing is that I can, work around a presentation or work around an email or a letter or a essay in a much faster way. I can find solutions for problems and I can find solutions for questions very fast. And yet I need to be aware that this is still a restricted information or limited information, because all the information that will come out from the use of artificial intelligence bots is something that is created on the basis of what the software has been, fed with by human beings. So there may be bias there may be lack of information. And also, a very important aspect in my view that we need to be very careful about as educators, as parents, as teachers, is that we need to make our students aware of the risks and of the blessings, but we also need to make them or to help them deal with the content and help them acquire skills that they allow them to navigate the information, that they can build up the information that's sped out, that they can understand where the information is coming from, that they understand whether the information that is sped out is based on proper resources, and how to critically, read what the outcome of any question that I use in any of the OpenAI platforms, whether this is actually really based on a solid foundation. And I think that's something where we need to be aware that the most important feature within the artificial intelligence for parents and for educators, in my view, is really getting educated ourselves, understanding what the blessings and what the curse may be, and guide our children across this new world of possibilities in a very mindful way. So what does that mean? Maybe I don't expose them straight away to those features, especially at the primary school level. We need to help them first understand how to acquire knowledge, how to build up on their own inner knowing, how to extrapolate their creativity and so forth, and to view new tools. And also artificial intelligence is just a tool accordingly and in a digestible way. And I as a parent and I as an educator need to oversee that, and need to guide them through this process. So what does that mean? I need to know myself first. I need to be aware of what can happen with the use of that. And accordingly, I will, as I said before, help my child to open this new space when they are ready and not before. And once they are ready, I will accompany this process. I will not just allow the open space to be open space. I will be there with them. I will go lead them through the process. I will spend time with them as educators. I will make them reflect critically. I will ask them further questions. What does this mean? What has been spelled out right now? Where is it coming from? What do you already know? Is this do you find this elsewhere as well? Have you talked to people who may have experience in that field? Talk to them, find your way. So it's a critical approach to artificial intelligence, by understanding that this is a machine, this is not a human being, and by understanding that I'm the driver in this kind of world. I don't give just over my power to the ChatGPT or OpenAI platform and say, okay, I passively just take what's coming from there. I actually check it, I read it through, I understand it, I put it in context, I look for further information. And this is a pathway, this is a journey that can't be done by oneself. This is a journey that only works well if a student, a child is actually accompanied in that journey. Because if we allow for a child to just, make them dependent on ChatGPT or any other OpenAI platform, and they don't critically, analyze that anymore, then we hand over power, and then we are not independent thinkers anymore. And then that would really lead to a horrible scenario where we may become replaced by the machine. But we can't become replaced by a machine if we stay, clear within our minds that the creativity, what can be created anew out of something that's already existing, because all the open, I platforms, they're based on what's already there, what's already being created, what has been, has been made available by software engineers, and whatever is new and shall go into more depth, that's something that our creative mind can only do. And I think that's the important message that we need to understand as educators and as parents, that we help our children, our teenagers, and ourselves to understand this is a tool. This is not more and not less. It's an amazing tool if I know how to use that tool in a constructive and efficient way. And that doesn't just happen by opening that playground and saying, this is the playground, just go for it. We as adult people already, with all the background that we have and experience that we have, we feel overwhelmed by it at times and think, how is that possible? So if we already feel overwhelmed at times and need to take time to actually reflect on it, analyze it, integrate it, and understand what is the best and the most effective way to use this tool, then we can just imagine what this does with our children and our teenagers if they are exposed to, a possibility that gives them an answer for everything without any effort, without any discipline, without any hard work that they need to put into it. So I'm not saying that hard work is the only answer. What I'm saying is, in order to use this tool properly, I need to understand and I need to build up skills that allow me to analyze it, to see it critically, to extrapolate the right information, to form my own perspective, my own opinion around it, to be open-minded, and at the same time to be aware and mindful that this is limited knowledge. This is not based on something that's within a human being, the tacit knowledge or the creativity that's embedded in each and every one of us. So is artificial intelligence a blessing or a curse? It depends. It can be a blessing if we ourselves are educated well enough, and it's a never-ending story, because this is I just recently talked to a software engineer who said himself, we ourselves who are working in this field every day, we are thinking maybe there is a tomorrow which is not that far away from us where we are redundant, and I say we will never be redundant, because we have the human the human feature, we have the emotional feature, we have the social feature around it, we have the humanity, humanity. And I think we are invited through artificial intelligence platforms and possibilities to actually think in terms what is humane and what is ethical and what makes the human being so distinctive and differentiated, and from the machine and from animals and from everything else. And if we are clear about that, and we are willing to educate ourselves constantly and look at things not just in a way, oh, what, that's great, that we are ready to analyze it first and to see and understand it first. And if we do that as educators and parents and help our children navigate this flood of information, this flood of possibilities, by building the skills that are needed, and one of the skills that is needed is critical thinking, as I said before, and also, transversal and transdisciplinary understanding and in-depth understanding, and the understanding that there is information out there, but that there is tacit knowledge within ourselves, and then that there is also creativity within ourselves that may be absolute knowledge. We can call it absolute knowledge. Then I am aware, okay, it can be a blessing. I can use it to the best of what artificial intelligence can serve me in my purpose to extrapolate even more all of these qualities, and otherwise it can become a curse, and I become a passive consumer of it. And when I'm a passive consumer of something, then I let go basically of this innate creativity and understanding that there is curiosity within myself, and I want to find out, and not the machine. So this is what we also aim to do at School Beyond Limitations. And if you think that this is something that inspires you as well for your child and for your son or daughter, then reach out to us, and you find the website in the description. At School Beyond Limitations, we support our students find their unique essence. Feel free to share the content of this podcast with other parents. We are here to show that your children can indeed bring their unique essence into life. So, reach out to us if you think that this is what you'd like your daughter, your son to experience, or apply through our website. Also, leave your comments, your questions, or your review about the podcast. Share it with others. And as you know, sharing is caring.